Good afternoon and welcome to the CIF state finals between Eastlake and Christian High School. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ben Kurtz, and I am alongside my producer, Adrian Gutierrez, and my cameraman, Caleb Ta Jones. We missed the first batter, but that was Desiree Gomez for Eastlake with a first pitch single up the middle. And we will get their offensive lineup to you right now. It's Desiree Gomez leading off, playing shortstop. Ryan Pham, the left fielder, batting second. Mackenzie Oshensky batting third. Bryn Grayson batting fourth. Bree Ayap batting fifth. Rachel Del Busto batting sixth. Jolene Jenkins batting eighth. And then Kylie Balahadia batting... she's batting eighth, and Chloe Cruz is batting ninth. Sorry, it was kind of a hot start, a hot entry for us here on the NFHS Network. The Eastlake Titans coming in with a record of 22-11-1. They're playing Christian High School with a record of 24-8-1. That's a bunt, a good one, and a nice play by the pitcher for Christian State, going off the circle and throwing Pham out at first. So a sick bunt moves Gomez to second. Let's get the defensive alignment for you for Christian High School. Siena State on the mound, throwing to Caitlin Moody behind the plate. Reese Danzak over there at first base. Tyler Kierstick at second, as that pitch from State is a changeup in the dirt for ball one. Ashley Wood is your shortstop. Keels Carazosa, the third baseman. Presley Villalva, the left fielder. Lucy Sherburne, the center fielder. And Sammy Baca, the right fielder. State's second pitch in there for a strike. The batter is Mackenzie Oshensky. This Eastlake team led by first-year head coach John D. Diego Superales. State's next pitch on the, outside. Runner on second, that is Gomez. State's delivery lined into right center field, a base hit. In the gap, picking it up and throwing it in is Baca, but the damage is done. Oshensky with an RBI double, and the Titans take an early 1-0 lead. The next batter is Bryn Grayson, who checks her swing, and our first base umpire says she did not go, so the count is 1-0. State's next pitch swung on and missed by Grayson. Strike one, count even at 1-1. State, a long look in at her catcher. Next pitch on the outside corner for strike two. Coach Diego Superales for Eastlake says she has an offensive advantage against this Christian team playing an open division league, as that ball is grounded to first base and fielded by Danzak for the second out of the inning. The runner will advance. That's Oshensky after the RBI double. And the next batter will be Bree Ayap. Batting from the left side, runner on third. State's delivery. Low for a ball. A good crowd here on hand for both teams. Eastlake traveling about 20 minutes, 25-minute drive from Eastlake. But a good Christian a good Christian crowd on hand. State's 1-1, grounded to short. Wood is going to throw to first, and she is going to get her. Eastlake scores first. We will be right back. Top of the first in the books. Christian looking to tie it up after the early lead by Eastlake.
It's our 21 awards from the American Heart Association.
And some from our best patients, too.
It's the shot to boost his immunity.
It's the dinosaur stickers.
It's being voted best place to have a baby.
It's the option to have Dr. Chin or a nurse midwife by my side.
And knowing our family will be cared for, no matter who we are or who we love.
Back with you on the NFHS Network. Eastlake going out on the defensive side for the first time today. We will get you their defensive alignment. On the mound for the Titans, Addison Soriano. She's throwing to Rachel Del Busto behind the plate. Over at first base, Bryn Grayson. At second, Bree Ayap. Over at third, third base, Mackenzie Oshensky. Over at shortstop, Desiree Gomez. Left field is Ryan Pham. Center field, Chloe Cruz. And right field is Jolene Jenkins. The lineup for the Patriots is a good one, led by 18th year head coach George Gentry. He's been here for a long time, and he has led a good Christian squad to this D1 state final. Leading off for Christian, the center fielder, Lucy Sherburne. Batting second, the second baseman, Tyler Kirstick. Batting third, the shortstop, Ashley Wood. Batting fourth, the catcher, Caitlin Moody. The designated player is Alyssa McCurdy. Sammy Baca, the right fielder, batting after her. The seventh spot, Keels Carazosa, the third baseman. And over at first, Reese Danzak is in the eighth spot. And Presley Valeva in the 9th spot in left field. Sherburne stepping in, the right-hander for the first time today. The first pitch she sees is low for ball one. .180 down the line in left field, 192 down the line in right. That is skied up towards the first base side, but out of play over in the crowd of fans for Eastlake. So the count even at 1-1. For Coach Gentry, he said their advantage was their home field. They have a good crowd on hand, and their fans and dugout are very active when they're at home. He said their disadvantage, he thinks Eastlake is faster, but we'll see in this great matchup. We saw them play earlier this year, Christian coming out on top 7-2. But Coach Gentry says if they are hitting well, they aren't worried at all. Soriano's next pitch fouled back into the screen behind home plate. Count is 2-2. The next pitch to Sherburne, lined into right field. That's down. That's going to roll to the wall. Sherburne's digging for two. And she is in there with a leadoff double. So now the second batter, Tyler Kierstick, she's stepping in. The right-hander is going to show bunt but pull back. And Sherburne over there at second getting a big lead. The count goes 0-1. Shows bunt again, holds it out. And now the count is 0-2 on Kierstick. 2 doubles in the first inning, 1 for each team. Sherburne a leadoff double. And then an RBI double by Olszewski, the third baseman for Eastlake. The 0-2, low. Count 1-2 on Kierstick. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The high rise ball is what Coach Gentry wanted to stay away from. He said if we're popping out on that rise ball on 0-2, 1-2, and 2-2 counts, he's a little concerned, but he thinks his Patriot team can stay compact and consistent in their swings. Corners in for Eastlake. That pitch is low for a ball on Ashley Wood, the shortstop. That next pitch, a rise ball high. Good job by Wood to lay off. God, it's such a difficult pitch to lay off, that rise ball. It looks like it's going to be right at the knees, but then just, well, as the name suggests, it rises right up into your face mask. That next pitch is low. Count is 2-1. Next pitch, inside corner for strike 2. Excuse me, the count is 3-1. That is on the inside corner, strike 2. So the count goes full. On Wood in her first at-bat of the game. Runner on second. Sherburne. The pitch from Soriano. Inside, ball 4. Not necessarily a bad pitch right there by Soriano. The next batter is Caitlin Moody, the catcher. Soriano's next pitch fouled back into the screen. Count 1-1 on Moody. Soriano's next pitch. High, ball 2. Soriano's 2-1. High, ball 3. Another rise ball. She tries to get Moody to bite, but no dice. And Olszewski for Eastlake coming over to Soriano, telling her to calm her nerves in this state final. The next delivery. Ball 4 low. So the bases are loaded for Christian High School. And we are going to have a mound visit from the Eastlake coach, Jandy Diego Superales. A rocky first inning here for Soriano. So now Soriano working in a bases-loaded jam, 1 out. It's Alyssa McCurdy, the designated player for Christian. That pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 1. A difficult situation for Soriano in the first. Christian putting together some good at-bats. That pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Soriano coming into this inning, already holding a 1-0 lead. As that 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 outs now in the inning. That is a big strikeout for Eastlake. That pitch is crushed towards us. Back on it is the center fielder, Cruz, and she's there to make the catch. That was tailing right towards us out here in center field. But Eastlake escapes the jam with no runs allowed. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and they're looking to add here in the CIF Southern Section Finals.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with
Eastlake. Eastlake. Nope, still can't hear me. Eastlake coming into this game, coming into the second inning with a commanding 1-0 lead after getting out of a bases-loaded jam. Good job on the part of Addison Soriano getting 2 strikeouts and then a fly out to center field on a well-hit ball by Sammy Baca, the right fielder. Eastlake sends up their 6th, 7th, and 8th hitters, Rachel Del Busto, Julian Jenkins, and Kaylee Balahadia. State's next delivery is fouled, tipped on a check swing, but Del Busto got just enough to stay alive. The count remains 2-2. That next pitch is grounded to short. Wood across the diamond, got her by a half step. Nice play by Ashley Wood for the first out of the second inning. Next up for the Titans, number 1, Julian Jenkins. First pitch she sees is fouled off the leg of Moody, the catcher for the Patriots. She seems to be fine, probably off the shin guard. State's 0-1. A changeup, a nice one. And Jenkins tried to hold her swing, but she went around, says our home plate umpire. Now State has Jenkins in an 0-2 hole. The delivery. Just outside, ball 1. Long look into her catcher. The 1-2. Grounded to short again. Wood, a nice arm across the diamond for the second out of the inning. 2 outs, both to Ashley Wood over there at shortstop. So now it is the designated player, Kylie Balahadia. First pitch she sees is on the outside corner for a strike. State with another long look in, the 0-1. Another nice changeup. And Balahadia bites. State coming into this game with a 2.89 ERA. And a 4-1 record in 18 appearances. That next pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. She gets Balahadia looking. Bottom of the second coming to you on the NFHS Network in just one moment, folks. Eastlake Titans lead it by 1.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters. And what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
Back with you on the NFHS Network. Christian is down by 1 in the bottom of the second inning. They will send their 7, 8, 9 hitters to the plate. Kios Carrizosa, Reese Danzak, and Presley Villalva. the third baseman, first baseman, and left fielder, respectively. Soriano back out there for a second inning of work. That rise ball is high. Ball 1. That next pitch outside, 2-0. So far in this game, Soriano has had some trouble finding the plate, but she's gotten enough weak contact and strikeouts at key moments that she was able to avoid any damage back in that first inning. 2-0. Big hack from Carrizosa. Soriano coming into this game with a 2.53 ERA. Her next pitch, a nice cut from Carrizosa, but the count now even at 2-2. Yeah, Soriano 10-7 on the year in 26 appearances. She leads the team with 143.2 innings pitched. That next pitch fouled off the mask of Del Busto behind the plate. Eastlake coming into this game feeling more prepared than the first time facing Christian. That next pitch fouled off towards the Eastlake dugout, but out of play. Carrizosa needs to at least put the ball in play, make this Eastlake defense work. As Soriano already has 2 strikeouts today. That ball is skied left field deep, and it is way out of here. Carrizosa ties the game at 1 with a solo shot. I mean, what an absolute towering shot from Kiel's Carrizosa right there. Into the playground behind left field. And the game is now tied at 1. And now here is Reese Danzak, who's going to see if she can follow that up. The first pitch she sees is a strike on the outside corner. And if this Christian crowd wasn't fired up enough, that certainly will do some damage, just like that pitch does some damage to our umpire, hitting him in the leg. We're going to give him a sec. And Carrizosa, not even one of the leaders in home runs on this Christian team. So that pitch is low and outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Danzak. Our home plate umpire confirming the count with our first base umpire. The 2-1 delivery fouled off out of play towards the Eastlake crowd. Home plate umpire needing some softballs. And Danzak steps back in. 2-2 count from Addison Soriano. Next pitch, change up, got him. Third strikeout of the game for Soriano and a nice bounce back from the previous at-bat. And now here is Presley Villalva. Villalva coming into this game batting .256 with 5 RBIs, 7 doubles, and a triple on the year. With a .352 on-base percentage. This is the girl you want to have in the 9 spot. As that pitch is low for a ball. Soriano has her sign, the 1-0. Fouled back into the screen by Villalva. Next pitch is high. 2-1 the count. A lot of hitters counts here for Christian early on in this game. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That next pitch on the outside corner, strike 2. Soriano 1 pitch away from the second out of the inning. The 2-2. High and away, ball 3. Some great at-bats put together here by the Patriots. 15 pitches so far in this inning alone. That next pitch, ball 4, low. So now the lineup rolls over. It's Lucy Sherburne who doubled and was left stranded at third back in the first inning. As she takes a ball. Second time through the order now for the Patriots. Runner on first. That is Villalva after the 6-pitch walk. That next pitch lined up the middle. Ground ball to Gomez. She'll step on second and go to first, not in time. So fielder's choice that cuts down Villalva at second base, but Sherburne reaches. So that brings up Tyler Christek, who struck out swinging on 3 pitches. She was the first out of that first inning. Being aggressive here, swinging first pitch. A 2-hole hitter on 0-1. Rise ball high. 1-1. Kirstic batting .271 on the year with 1 home run, 2 triples, and 4 doubles. That next pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. So now a 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Soriano looking to get out of this without another run crossing the plate. The 1-2. Fly ball, foul ground, right field, but over in the tree, giving chase is Jenkins and Grayson, the right fielder and first baseman. Excuse me, no, that was Jenkins and a Yap, the second baseman. Grayson, the first baseman, stayed put in case Sherburne over there at first decided to tag. That next pitch, there goes Sherburne. The throw down is offline and gets into center field. Sherburne will hold at second as Cruz gets to it and fires it back in. That pitch was a ball, so the count is now even at 2-2. Runner on second for Christic. The 2-2. Got her on the inside corner, strike three. Soriano's fourth K of the game ends the inning, but keels Carrizosa with a home run to tie it at 1. Top of the third coming to you on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it the break.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKinnon's on touchdown. Wins it. The championship.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Back here at Christian High School in El Cajon. Top of the third inning for Eastlake. The game now tied at 1 after a home run by Carrizosa. The third baseman for Christian. She's playing in as Bree Ayap, the second baseman, is up at the plate. A slap hitter from the left side. Excuse me, no. That is Chloe Cruz. Up at the plate, the center fielder for Eastlake. She's taking her first at-bat of the game in the third inning, and she takes a ball. That next pitch lined into left field for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard for the Titans. And now the lineup rolls over for Desiree Gomez, the shortstop, who singled and came around to score back in that first inning. State is out for her third inning of work. 1 run given up so far. As that pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1. Moody there behind the plate making sure Cruz didn't go anywhere. Next pitch is low and in, ball 2. State looking for her second inning of clean work. She went 1-2-3 in the second inning. 2 groundouts to the shortstop, Ashley Wood, and then a strikeout looking on Balahadia. But the count is now 3-0 on Gomez. You really don't want to put the leadoff man aboard here, especially with a runner on already. That next pitch in there for strike 1, taking all the way is Gomez. The 3-1 pitch, grounded to second base. Christic is over. She'll get the out at first, but advancing on the fielder's choice is Cruz. She is now in scoring position for Ryan Pham, who had a sac bunt back in the first inning. That was her first at-bat. Pham would be followed by Mackenzie Olszewski, who doubled and drove in the only Eastlake run today. She shows bunt, drops it down. State is going to go to first easily for the out. That was a 1-4 put out, as covering the bag was Christic. And there are 2 outs now in the inning. A big at-bat for Olszewski, who has already driven in 1 run today on a double to right center. Cruz on third from another sac bunt and fielder's choice. That's strike 1. State looking to get out of this and maintain the tie ball game. Change up in the dirt. Ball 1. Now the 1-1. On the outside corner, strike 2. It would be huge for Siena State and the Christian Patriots to get out of this inning while maintaining the 1-1 tie. But a dangerous hitter in Olszewski at the plate. The 1-2. Grounded to second. Christic has got to make a quick throw, and she gets her by a half step. They maintain the tie game at 1 with a ground out to Christic. State goes scoreless once again. Christian looking to take a 2-1 lead or more here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, coming to you on the NFHS Network.
Great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Bottom of the 3rd inning, we have a tie ball game between the Titans and the Patriots. Coach Gentry for Christian will send the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. It'll be Ashley Wood, Caitlin Moody, and Alyssa McCurty. The shortstop, catcher, and designated player for Christian. First pitch to Wood, lined into right field. That's a fair ball down the line. It rolls onto the hill. Wood is digging for second, and she is in there with a leadoff double. For the second time today, Christian has opened an inning with a leadoff double. The last one was back in the 1st inning from Lucy Sherburne. So the Patriots are setting themselves up for a great inning and a chance to take the lead. A bunt down the 3rd baseline. Soriano fielding her position. She is safe at first, is Caitlin Moody, the catcher. And now we have 1st and 3rd for Alyssa McCurty. And Coach Diego Superalice is going to go out and talk to our first base umpire. And they are going to get together. It was a great bunt by Caitlin Moody, the catcher, who laid it down and just hauled down the line. And 2 leadoff base hits for Christian. And I don't think they could have asked for a better start to the 3rd inning, and she is safe. She's safe at first base. It was a great bunt. Soriano tried to field her position and called off Oshensky, crashing from 3rd. So now Eastlake has a tough situation here. 1st and 3rd. For the Patriots. Swing and a miss. A big swing from Alyssa McCurty. Soriano looking to minimize here. There goes Moody. But a hit and run, I assume, from Christian, as McCurdy fouls that one back into the screen. 0-2 now, the count. She really just needs to put the ball in play. Even a double play gets a run in. That next pitch, a rise ball high, 1-2. Eastlake electing to play back to keep the double play in order and sacrifice the run. Still early on in this ball game. The 1-2 from Soriano. Outside corner, strike 3. The throwdown is cut off. So a stolen base for Moody, but a strikeout on McCurdy from Soriano. And that'll bring up Sammy Baca, who flew out to a deep part of center field out towards us with the bases loaded to end that 1st inning. That first pitch is in there for strike 1. Baca looking to give her team the lead. 2 runners in scoring position. The 0-1 is high. A deciding factor is this inning for both teams. Christian looking to take the lead. Eastlake looking to minimize and keep the game tied. That pitch is skied, but foul as it goes out of play behind home plate. Count is 1-2. All Baca really needs to do is put the ball in play hard, either in the air or on the ground. And that's what she does. Skied in the air, shallow second base. Ayap says she has it, and she makes the catch, but tagging and going to third, or attempting to go to third, was Moody. She thought Wood was going to tag, but she kind of faked the tag and stayed at third. But Baca goes down on the fly ball to second base, and that'll bring up the ever-so-dangerous Keels Carrizosa, who homered a solo shot back in the 2nd inning. She's up for the 2nd time today. First pitch is high and away, ball 1. It's not necessarily the end of the world if they put Carrizosa on. That brings up Reese Danzak, who struck out looking her first time up. The left fielder, Ryan Pham, playing pretty much at the fence. The next pitch to Carrizosa, outside, ball 2. I really don't blame Eastlake if they don't pitch to Carrizosa. The 2-0 from Soriano. is a strike on the outside corner. Soriano really trying to stay away on Carrizosa here. That next pitch, a rise ball, swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Soriano. No runs have come across for Christian so far in this inning. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Rise ball high, ball 3. A big take from Carrizosa. Runners will not be going. As it is not a force play. The 3-2. Fouled off. Outfield playing Carrizosa back towards the fence. The 3-2 once again. High, ball 4. Not the end of the world if you're the Titans, as that just sets up the force play anywhere for the infield, and Reese Danzak is coming to the plate for her second time today. Danzak batting .233 on the year with 2 doubles as her only extra base hits. That ball is crushed. Left field. Going back on it is Pham, and she will make the catch at the fence. Eastlake avoids disaster and prohibits any damage coming across the plate. A great job by Soriano to get out of the inning unharmed. Top of the 4th inning coming to you on the NFHS Network. The game is still tied at 1.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Top of the 4th inning. The game is still tied at 1. Eastlake getting out of a bases-loaded jam for the second time today. Danzak flying out to the deepest part of left field. And Eastlake is back up for the second time today. And State is back out there for her 4th inning of work. They will send the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Grayson, Ayap, and Del Busto will the Titans. The first pitch to Grayson is a changeup in the dirt for ball 1. That 1-0 is on the outside corner for strike 1. Grayson grounding out to second base her first time up. That 1-1 grounded to third but foul. It's going to retrieve it is Carrizosa. So the count now 1-2. The pitch from State. Change up, a good one. A good 1-2 pitch to see if she can get Grayson to bite, but no dice. The 2-2 pitch. Just outside. Count goes full. The last thing you want to do at any level is put the leadoff man on. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Outside. So the go-ahead run is now on first base. And the next batter will be Bree Ayap, the second baseman. There was a tennis ball on the field, I believe, from one of our younger fans. So our first base umpire had to go retrieve that. The first pitch to Ayap is on the outside corner for strike one. A nice pitch and way to get ahead of Ayap is State, electing for the fastball on the outside corner. That next pitch is grounded to State, a swinging bunt, but fielding her position and doing a nice job of getting the 1-3 put out. But moving to second is Grayson after the leadoff walk. So now it's the catcher, number 9, Rachel Del Busto, who grounded out to shortstop Ashley Wood her first time up. She's followed by Jolene Jenkins, part of that 1-2-3 second inning. Oh, a nice changeup on the outside corner by State for strike one. A runner in scoring position. That represents the go-ahead run for the Titans. That 0-1 pitch is grounded to short. Wood is going to go to third, but Carrizosa isn't there. Carrizosa thought Wood was just going to tag the runner, but doing a good job of getting past that ground ball was Grayson. So an E6 puts runners on first and third. And I believe we might have a pinch runner over there at first base for the catcher, Del Busto. And we are. It is going to be number 13, Camila Castillo, the freshman, coming in to run for her catcher. The senior. And the next batter will be Jolene Jenkins, who also grounded out. She is going to show bunt, drop it down, but foul. Count is 0-1. Jenkins looking to just put the runner Castillo on second base. I don't believe Grayson was running, so it might have been a safety squeeze. She shows bunt again, drops it down. Grayson stays where she is. The throw to first gets her. And there are now 2 outs on the sac bunt. Nice job, Carrizosa, fielding her position. So now it's the designated player. Number 22, Kylie Balahadia. And we're going to have another conversation between Coach Diego Superales, and looks like we're going to have another sub. I believe it is for the batter. And it'll be number 21, Mia Vasquez, who homered in Eastlake's CIF win. And she fouls one off behind the plate for strike one. So 2 outs, 2 runners on. Second and third for the Titans. Vasquez is in an 0-1 count. The pitch from State. Change up in the dirt. The ball gets away. Grayson's going to try to score. The throw home. Got her. A nice recovery from Caitlin Moody to end the inning. As trying to advance on the wild pitch is Moody. And it looks like Coach Diego Superales is going to have a conversation with our home plate umpire, but nothing changes. The Christian Patriots escape danger in the top of the 4th inning. They go to the bottom of the 4th. Our score is still knotted up at 1. We have it all for you here on the NFHS Network. Your pass gets you unlimited access to every game going on in the nation and in the state of California. We have softball and baseball championships going on all around the state right now as our last day of coverage for the 2024-25 school year. And this game certainly has it all. We have timely hitting, getting out of jams with great defense, some great pitching from either side. But the score is knotted at 1 as the Patriots will send their 9 1-2 hitters here for the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Villalva, Sherburne, and Kirstick. And the leadoff Villalva taking for ball 1. The left fielder, number 3, walked her first time up back in the 2nd inning. She takes a big hack on an inside fastball. Count goes 1-1. Suriano has her sign. That next pitch, a rise ball, swung on and missed from Villalva. Strike 2. Intense matchup from either team. The 1-2, rise ball high. Count even now at 2. Christian has left a lot of runners on base, more than I'm sure Coach Gentry would like, but swinging and missing at the 2-2 offering is Villalva. And Suriano has another strikeout. Her 6th of the game. And the lineup will now roll over for the Patriots. Lucy Sherburne, who's 1 for 2 today with a double back in the 1st inning and a fielder's choice in the 2nd. First pitch she sees is cut on and missed for strike 1. The fans on either side, very active so far in this game. The 0-1, skied towards us. It's deep and it is caught by the Eastlake outfielders, Julian Jenkins and Chloe Cruz, running into each other. But it seems everyone is all okay. The catch was made by Jenkins for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now in the inning. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Tyler Kirstick, for her third time today. She's 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. One swinging, one looking. So the first pitch from Suriano is high for a ball. The 1-0 to Kirstick. Another rise ball, 2-0. That 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Kirstick. And that 2-1 is fouled off by Kirstick. So 2-2 now, the count. If Suriano gets Kirstick here, that would be the first 1-2-3 inning of her outing so far. The 2-2. Fouled off, out of play, first base side. The 2-2 again to Kirstick on the outside corner, strike 3. Suriano gets her looking. And it is still knotted up at 1 through 4 innings. State goes back for her 5th inning of work here in the top of the 5th inning in just 1 moment.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks. You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
I would encourage people to take college classes while they're still in high school because most dual enrollment classes are free.
Get a head start at a California community college. With dual enrollment, earn college credits while you're still in high school.
Dual enrollment is such an important thing and lifesaver.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Check with your high school or community college counselor today. Save money and earn your college degree faster.
There's a lot of things in this world that will get in your way, but there's nothing that you cannot do.
Enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
Eastlake is back up for their 5th inning of offense. And Mia Vasquez is back up after being kind of left to dry by her teammate Britton Grayson, who got cut down trying to score on a wild pitch. So Vasquez comes back up with a fresh count in the 5th inning. That pitch is fouled off, lined towards the first base side. Count is 0-2. Vasquez coming off the bench, subbing for Bala Hadia, the designated player. Is that 0-2? As a changeup swung on and missed. State gets her swinging for the first out of the inning. So it'll be the center fielder, Chloe Cruz, who singled to left fielder first time up but was left stranded at third base. That's kind of seems to be the theme here for Eastlake since that first inning where they scored. That pitch from State on the outside corner for strike one. Cruz running into her right fielder, Jolene Jenkins, on a nice catch by Jenkins back in the bottom of the fourth inning. As State leaves that changeup in the dirt for a ball. One count on Cruz. Next pitch is at the knees, strike two. Cruz finds herself in a 1-2 hole on 3 pitches. Next pitch is a changeup, fouled off. That changeup has really been working for State today. Only 2 strikeouts for Siena State, but a lot of weak contact. A lot of ground balls this second, a lot of bunts and swinging bunts. Next pitch from State, swung on and missed for her 3rd strikeout of the game. 2 outs now as the lineup rolls over for Desiree Gomez, who is 1 for 2 today, reached base both times on a single and a fielder's choice. She came around to score the only run of the game for Eastlake. The first pitch to Gomez is low for a ball. The 1-0 delivery up the middle, diving stop by Christic, but she has no play as hustling down the line is Gomez for an infield single, her 2nd of the day. So it'll be the number 2 batter, Ryan Pham, the left fielder. She's 0 for 1 today with a sac bunt and a ground out, and a 1-4 put out to advance the runner to second base. Pham with 2 outs, grounds it to Christic at second, and a nice easy throw to first base ends the inning. State continues her easy-going outing since that first inning. The score remains knotted at 1. The Titans looking to keep it that way in the bottom of the 5th inning here on the NFHS Network.
Commemorating the most important moments in your life through something that you'll actually wear and use is the reason I was drawn to it immediately. It doesn't get talked about enough. Championships are hard. They're hard to win. I do think there's a place for rings, right? But I also think there's a place for championship watches because the watch will get worn. The watch is a badge of honor. The watch is something you'll be proud of that you and your team, only people that will have that specific watch were part of that specific championship. And I think that's what makes it special. I'm Kyle Harrison, and this is Axia Time.
Bottom of the 5th inning in the CIF Southern State Final of the Division I softball state playoffs between Eastlake and Christian. Score is still knotted up at 1. The Patriots plan to send their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Wood, Moody, and McCurdy, to the plate. Ashley Wood, the shortstop, takes a ball in the dirt, 1-0. Wood 1 for 1 today with a walk and a double. Stranded both times, the first time at second, the second time at third. A nice screwball in there for strike 1. Soriano's next delivery is high for ball 2. Wood saw 6 pitches on her walk back in the first inning and then swung first pitch and doubled into right center. That second pitch is on the outside corner. Count evens at 2-2. The 2-2, grounded up the middle, and a nice stop by a Yap, but the throw does not have the arm. An infield single for Ashley Wood, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Patriots. For the third time today, the other 2 times, the other 2 times, 2 doubles. One by Wood back in the third inning, the other by Sherburne back in the second. Back in the first. The second inning had that leadoff home run by Carrizosa. As here is Caitlin Moody, who swings at the first pitch and fouls it back into the screen. The 0-1 from Soriano is high, ball 1. One pitch, swung on and missed by Moody. Strike 2. Soriano done a great job to minimize and eliminate any threat that the Patriots pose. They've had runners on in every inning. That rise ball is high, ball 2. A 2-2 pitch. High and away, ball 3. The Eastlake crowd and dugout thought Soriano had gotten her, but Moody stays alive. The count goes full. The windup, the next delivery, is skied high and out of play. A lot of quality at bats here from the Patriots. Even if they haven't resulted in the outcomes they want, still a lot of pitches thrown by Soriano. The full count once again. Popped up in the infield. No, out of play. Right behind home plate. Coach Diego Superales, the head coach for Eastlake, said their pitching and offense has really come together in this CIF and state playoff run. They've worked hard, and they've played a lot of great opponents that have prepared them for this game. Soriano's 3-2 once again. Got her swinging. The 8th K of the game for Addison Soriano. And some great persistence by Soriano as well. An 8-pitch at bat to get Moody swinging. So that brings Alyssa McCurdy to the plate. She struck out twice so far today. The first pitch she sees is swung on and missed, a rise ball. And the first base coach for Christian is going to call time. Talk things over and settle McCurdy's nerves. Seven runners left on base so far this game for the Patriots. The only run coming from Keels Carrizosa's home run. McCurdy swings and misses at another rise ball, 0-2 the count. Soriano looking for her 9th K of the game. McCurdy looking for anything but that. The 0-2. Just outside, ball 1. A great take. The next delivery from Soriano was high. A rise ball looking for a chase from McCurdy, but no bite. Some good plate discipline from the Patriots. Sammy Baca, the right fielder, on deck. The 2-2. High, ball 3. Baca on deck. She's 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and second base. And following her is Keels Carrizosa. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Soriano gets McCurdy for the 3rd time today by way of the K. A big strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning. And here is Sammy Baca. She comes into this game batting .354 with 7 doubles, a triple, and 8 home runs on the year. A strike on the outside corner from Soriano for the first pitch. This is definitely the girl you want to have up if you're the Patriots. She leads the team in home runs. Count goes 1-1. Baca looking to give her team the lead. The 1-1. A great pitch. A fastball by Soriano that she blows by Baca. The 1-2 from Soriano. Fly ball towards the fans of Eastlake and into the stands. A couple of parents trying to make the catch on that high fly ball. Baca staying alive. Soriano doing a nice job all game, really, of just attacking every Patriot that has come to the plate so far. The 1-2. High fly ball to center field. Playable for Cruz. She comes in and makes the catch. Soriano holds the Christian Patriots to 1. She hasn't allowed a run since the 2nd inning. Top of the 6th coming up. The Eastlake Titans working with 6 more outs to gain the lead from the Christian Patriots.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind. And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
Back with you on the NFHS Network. Game all tied up at 1. Top of the 6th inning, Eastlake looking to regain their lead they had in the first inning. Siena State back out there for her 6th inning of work. She faces Mackenzie Olszewski. Oh, a nice catch from a fan down the line. The third baseman driving in the only run today for the Titans. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Olszewski, Bryn Grayson, and Bree Ayap. Next delivery from State, a nice changeup, fouled off. Way out in front is Olszewski. State has been keeping these Eastlake Titans off balance all game. State's 0-2 delivery. Way outside, a curveball that ran too far outside to catch the zone. Olszewski 1 for 2 today with that double I mentioned earlier. Count is 2-2. The State's next delivery is another curveball. That one also outside, 3-2. Count is full on Olszewski. Really don't want to put the leadoff batter aboard if you're Christian with the game this close, this late in the game. Want to get it right here. State's 3-2. Fouled off by Olszewski. Eastlake has also had a runner on every inning so far in this game. We'll do 3-2 again. State is going to deliver a changeup, but fouled off at the plate by Olszewski once again. That next pitch is also fouled off. Great at bat by Mackenzie Olszewski, the Eastlake third baseman. Really making State work this late in the game. The 3-2 once again. Grounded to short. Wood with a nice pick and a nice throw over to the first. And State wins the long at-bat with a ground out to Ashley Wood. A 9-pitch at-bat for Mackenzie Olszewski. That brings up Bryn Grayson for her third time today as she swings and misses at a changeup. Grayson 0 for 1 today, with a ground out to second and a walk, but was cut down at home plate trying to advance on a pass ball. State's next pitch. A curveball way outside for ball one. That next pitch, another beautiful changeup from State. The 1-2 from Grayson. She tries that changeup again, but this one in the dirt. Doesn't quite make it to the plate. Not necessarily a bad pitch if you can tunnel it with another changeup. Maybe on the outside corner, a little further in the dirt. 2-2. Curveball outside, full. Second full count of the inning. And only the third full count of this game for State. Her next delivery swung on and missed. The curveball gets her. Grayson goes down swinging for her first time today. And for State's fourth strikeout. So now it's Bria Yap, the second baseman. That first pitch to a Yap is in there. Strike one. A Yap looking for her first hit of the day. She takes a curveball low and in for a ball. State looking for her first 1-2-3 inning of the game. That pitch is lined left field. Backing up on it and making the catch is Villalba. But no, it was dropped. An error on the left fielder, Villalba, and this inning stays alive. That brings up Rachel Del Busto, who reached on error her first time up. A fielder's choice, but a throwing error on Ashley Wood. And grounded out to Wood the first time up. That ball gets away from Moody behind the plate, and advancing down to second base is a Yap. So now the go-ahead run 120 feet away. Del Busto looking to put her team ahead. That pitch is low and out for a ball. 2-0. Not the end of the world if you're State, if you put Del Busto on. Not necessarily what you want to do in this situation. You definitely want the out. The 2-0. Lined into right field and making a nice jumping catch is Sammy Baca to the end of the inning. The Patriots hold Eastlake where they are. Bottom of the sixth inning coming up. 7 outs to work with for the Christian Patriots, and Eastlake with just 3 outs left. Bottom of the sixth inning coming to you in just one moment.
For a championship! A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McKinnon's on touchdown. Into the layup goes at the buzzer. Wins it! The championship!
So Bottom of the 6th for Christian, still knotted up at 1. Keels Carrizosa coming to the plate. She was Christian's only run so far in this game on a solo shot in the 2nd inning. The first pitch she sees is on the outside corner for strike 1. It'll be 7-8-9, Carrizosa, Danzak, and Villalva. Christian getting out of a big jam with the go-ahead run on second base. That next pitch from Carrizosa swings under the ball, but the count is now 0-2. Carrizosa 1 for 1 with that home run I mentioned earlier and a walk. Left stranded at first. The 0-2 pitch. High, ball 1. One, two is just out. The Eastlake fans don't like it, but Carrizosa stays alive in a crucial at-bat for Christian. The 2-2. High, a rise ball. Count moves full. Three-two pitch. Swung on and missed. A pitch on the outside part of the plate gets Keels Carrizosa swinging. And a big first out for Suriano. Her 10th strikeout of the game. Here is Reese Danzak, who struck out looking her first time up and flew out to center her second time up. This is her first time hitting since the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch skied towards second base. Ayap says she has it, and she does. A quick second out for Suriano. And now it'll be the left fielder, Presley Villalva. If you think the layout of this field looks interesting, you might be right, because this is actually an elementary school playground before 2 p.m. That's what Coach Gentry told me. They don't have this field until 2 p.m. because it's the elementary school's playground here at Christian High School, who has an elementary school on campus. The first pitch to Villalva is high for a ball. She's 0 for 1 today, struck out looking her last at-bat, and walked in her first. That next pitch is out for ball 2. A pitcher's duel. A great pitcher's duel in this game as Villalva swings through a changeup from Suriano. Both pitchers, State and Suriano, battling it out in this state final game. That next pitch swung on and missed. Swung through it, did Villalva. And Suriano is 1 strike away from her second 1-2-3 inning of the game. The 2-2 delivery, fouled off. The 2-2, once again, it's cut on and missed. Fouled into the catcher's glove. Suriano with her 11th K of the game. The 7th inning coming to you on the NFHS network. The score still knotted up at 1.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
The 7th inning here on the NFHS network. The score is still knotted at 1. And we have a new pitcher for Christian. Coming into the game is Ava Barrios for the Patriots. So Siena State's outing is done after six innings of work and 1 run allowed. She pitched an amazing outing. I'll get Barrios' numbers for you in a sec. As she starts off, the batter for Eastlake, Julian Jenkins. The right fielder and batting in the 7th spot is Jenkins. Count is 1-1. That next pitch is in the dirt. A little late release there from Barrios. But the count is 2-1. Nothing to panic about. Barrios' 4th pitch. Line into center field, a base hit. The first time Eastlake has had the leadoff man aboard since the 4th inning. So the next batter will be, I believe, Kylie Balahadia. She's going to show bunt, drop one down, but it's foul. Count goes 0-1. Barrios on the year, a 4.09 ERA, 12-6 record with 24 appearances. She's thrown the most innings on the team at 92 1/3. That next pitch in the dirt, but a nice block by Moody to keep Jenkins at first. The 1-1 pitch, drop down, a bunt. Barrios throws to first in time to get Balahadia. It was Balahadia re-entering the game for Vasquez as the designated player. But the runner moves to second on the sacrifice bunt. Barrios, 105 strikeouts this year. Barrios, the next batter she faces is the center fielder, Chloe Cruz, who's 1 for 2 today with a single. The slap hitter watches a pitch go outside. The count now even at 1-1. The go-ahead run on second in Jolene Jenkins. That pitch is grounded to third. The only play that Carrizosa has is to go to first for the second out. So now the go-ahead run is 60 feet away, and the batter is the leadoff hitter Desiree Gomez, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a fielder's choice. The Christian defense needs to put their body on the line to save a run. The first pitch in the dirt, and Moody representing putting your body on the line with a nice block. The 1-0 from Barrios. A nice changeup. Gomez was way out in front. One. Rise ball high, 2-1. The 2-1 from Barrios. In the dirt, and another nice block and a quick throw down from Moody behind the plate to check on Jenkins over at third. 3-1 the count. Not the worst thing in the world if you put Gomez on. That gives you Ryan Pham, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts and a sac bunt. The 3-1. Another changeup foul. Count is full. Barrios looking to get out of the inning here. Any type of out ends the inning and sets up Christian for a walk-off. The 3-2. Grounded to second. Christic bobbles it, throws to first, got her! Christian gets out of the inning unscathed. Tyler Christic stays with the play. And Coach Diego Superales checking to make sure that our first base umpire got that call right. She'll bring the umpires together. We'll keep it right here on the NFHS network. Christian already gearing up to go hit. And she's out. The congregation of officials has ruled the call as an out. Bottom of the 7th coming to you on the NFHS network. Don't go anywhere, folks. The score is knotted up at 1, and Christian is looking to win it here.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
The Christian Patriots are looking to walk off the CIF state final. And back out for her 7th inning of work. She's gone all game. Number 7 for Eastlake, Addison Suriano. She will face the top and heart of this Christian lineup. It'll be Lucy Sherburne, Tyler Christick, and Ashley Wood. Sherburne calls time, looking to recollect herself before this at-bat. She is 1 for 3 today with a double back in the first inning, a fielder's choice, and a fly out to right field. The first pitch from Suriano, high, ball 1. She's done a great job all game of coming back when down in the count and getting ahead and just going after batters pretty much all game. Her next delivery. Low and away for ball 2. Christick is scheduled to come up next. And then it's Ashley Wood. That next pitch is outside for ball 3. The last thing you want to do is put the leadoff man aboard. And especially when it's the number 1 batter in the lineup. The center fielder, Lucy Sherburne. That next pitch from Suriano is in there for a strike. So the count moves 3-1. To only 2 walks allowed by Suriano this game. And she issues her 3rd right there. And now we're going to have a mound visit from Coach Diego Superales. Just talk things over with her team. Make sure they know what they're doing here. Coach Diego Superales said she's treating this like CIF. Nothing changes. She said it's still the same game that we've played all year. She told her team to not play for themselves, but play for each other. So now it's Tyler Christick, who's 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. She squares, drops one down. Sherburne is going to second. And the sack bunt dropped down by Christick puts a runner in scoring position. So Christick, the second baseman, does her job. And that brings up Ashley Wood, the shortstop, who is 2 for 2 today. She's been on all 3 times with a walk, a double, and a single. Eastlake is going corners in. Well, more like corners even with the bag, but in nonetheless. The first pitch to Wood. Oh, a nice swing, but she swings right through it. 0-1. Caitlin Moody on deck. The 0-1 from Suriano. Fly ball, right field. Tagging is Sherburne. She's going to third. The throw is not in time. So a sack bunt and a fly ball advances the runner. Julene Jenkins making the catch. And 2 outs in the inning for Caitlin Moody. The winning run just 60 feet away. Moody, a base hit from sending Christian to a state championship. The first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. The 0-1 from Suriano. Popped up behind home plate, out of play. And a quick 0-2 count on Caitlin Moody, the catcher. She comes into this game leading Christian in batting average, a .431 average. The 0-2 from Suriano. Fly ball, center field. Cruz is over, and she makes the catch. Suriano gets out of the 7th inning without allowing a run. Extra innings here in the state finals. We go to the top of the 8th. Eastlake still looking for their first run since the first inning. Extra innings. Extra innings here. Back with you on the NFHS. I'm not getting anything? Back with you on the NFHS network. Extra innings for Eastlake and Christian. The count is 1-1. The batter, Ryan Pham, the left fielder. Barrios is 1-1, is high and out, 2-1. Pham 0 for 2 today with a 1-4 put out, a ground out, and a sac bunt. She lines that one into right field, a base hit. Baca tries to throw her out at first, but it doesn't matter. The leadoff batter is aboard for Eastlake. That represents the go-ahead run. The heart of the Titans order coming up. It's Mackenzie Oshensky, who is 1 for 3 today with a double. The first pitch from Barrios, a changeup that will not catch the zone. Ball 1. The next delivery, high, ball 2. A back and forth pitchers duel between the Titans and Patriots. Suriano, State, and now Barrios. That ball flied deep right field. Baca is over. The runner will not tag, and there's 1 out in the 8th inning. Now the batter, the first baseman, Bryn Grayson. She's 0 for 2 today and swings through a first pitch changeup. She has a walk, a ground out to second, and a strikeout swinging. Next delivery from Barrios is fouled off, 0-2. Barrios, the junior, the most amount of innings thrown for this Patriots squad. She's been called upon the most this season. The 0-2, changeup in the dirt, a nice block by Moody. Barrios' 1-2 delivery. Another changeup, that one below the zone, 2-2. Barrios looking for a double play ball or anything that holds the runner at first. The 2-2, a rise ball, but laid off by Grayson. A nice take. Count goes full, 1 out. The 3-2 pitch, grounded to second, a double play ball, on to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. A nice shovel feed by Christic to Wood over there at short. They cut down the lead runner. Grayson reaches on the fielder's choice. But now there are 2 outs in the inning. And the batter is Bree Ayap. The first pitch to Ayap is a strike. She reached on an error to left field her last time up. That pitch is grounded foul, just barely. A swinging bunt, Ayap over the top of it. And she finds herself in a 0-2 hole. Barrios looking for the big strikeout, the 0-2. On the outs, no, outside. It was a nice fastball that was painted, but just outside. Barrios on 1-2. Grounded up the middle. Christic tossed to second for the 3rd out. Back-to-back fielders' choices to get the Patriots out of the top of the 8th inning. They look to walk it off in the bottom of the 8th inning here in the CIF State Finals.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks. You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
Extra innings, bottom of the 8th here at Christian High School. The Patriots still tied up at 1 with Eastlake. Alyssa McCurdy will be the batter, the designated player. She'll be followed by Sammy Baca, the right fielder, and then Keels Carrizosa, the third baseman. And then if it comes to it, Reese Danzak, the first baseman. McCurdy, not her best game today. 3 strikeouts on the day. Suriano back out there for her 8th inning of work. The only run allowed was 1 mistake to Carrizosa on that home run. I think most pitchers would agree that that's better than stringing some runs together and allowing 1 run to score. Suriano's delivery is high. Ball 2. Every fan here at Christian High School locked into this game. The 2-0. On the outside corner for a strike, a fastball. A nice pitch from Suriano. She's been living there to lefties all game long and has been really selective of where she puts each of her pitches. The 2-1 delivery. Oh, a nice changeup. Gets McCurdy to bite. McCurdy, a very uncharacteristic game coming into this state final, batting .310. She is expected by these Christian fans to break out at any moment. The full count pitch, fouled off. Six pitches so far this at-bat. 7th pitch coming up right here. Oh, a leadoff walk for Christian. That represents the winning run. And here's the right fielder, Sammy Baca, who has flown out twice to deep center field and once just got under a ball to second base, another flyout. Oh, it looks like actually we're going to have a pinch hitter. It looks like Liliana Yafuso. And it is going to be Liliana Yafuso, the freshman, being asked to hit in the juniors spot with a runner on first. The first pitch to Yafuso, fouled off at a plate over by the Eastlake fans, over their heads, as so no one gets injured. Oh, 1 delivery from Suriano is high, ball 1. Yafuso does not have a hit this year. Only 5 plate appearances. Next pitch is swung on and missed. A nice changeup from Suriano. Coach Gentry electing not to bunt here with no outs and a runner on first. And Suriano has her in a 1-2 hole. She's going to line one into left field for a base hit. The freshman comes up big with a base hit to left field to put runners on first and second. The game-winning run moving to second base. With 2 strikes nonetheless. What a great swing by Yafuso. And Coach Gentry now looks like a genius for subbing in Liliana Yafuso. And now, here's the reason Christian is in this game at all. Keels Carrizosa with a home run back in the second inning. A dangerous hitter to have up. No outs, first and second. Carrizosa is going to show bunt. Drop one down first base side. She's going to tag Carrizosa. Is Grayson. And they're going to throw to first just to make sure they got her. And our home plate umpire said she ran out of the baseline. So she is out either way. But a sac bunt now moves runners to second and third with 1 out. The runner on second. Oh, and we have a officials meeting by home plate. Not entirely sure what they are talking about, but now they're going to put the runners back on first and second. I believe the umpires came together and said that Carrizosa impeded Grayson, that's the first baseman who tagged her, from throwing to a different bag. I believe that's what they're saying. An interference on the batter. And now Coach Gentry and his assistant coach are going to go down and talk with our home plate umpire. Reese Danzak, the first baseman, scheduled to hit next. This would leave runners at first and second and 1 out. And that's what the situation will be. So now Danzak, who is 0 for 3 in this game, the senior. She came into this game batting .233 and is looking to give her team the win. The runner on first in Yafuso doesn't matter. The runner on second is the only one that matters in this game. First pitch from Suriano is low for a ball. Suriano has thrown the entire game and has been asked a lot by her Titan squad. Next pitch, skied in the air. Infield fly is called. Danzak is out. And there are 2 outs in the inning for Presley Villalva. Who was 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts and a walk. That's the last thing Suriano and Eastlake want, is a walk, to bring up Lucy Sherburne, who has been on fire this season. That first pitch, low and outside for a ball. The 1-0 is high, 2-0. Soriano showing signs of fatigue here and there, but still very effective this late in the game. The 2-0 swung on and missed. The 2-1. Outside. That's ball 3. Sorry for the delayed call there, folks. Our first base umpire was blocking my vision, but he is much more important than I am here on the call. The 3-1 pitch. Down the middle, strike 2. So 2 outs, a full count on Villalva. So the runners will be in motion. In softball, you cannot run until the pitch crosses home plate. Strike 3, swinging! Soriano gets Villalva to end the 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Game still tied at 1. Be right back, folks. This game is getting interesting and approaching its climax in just one moment.
I would encourage people to take college classes while they're still in high school because most dual enrollment classes are free.
Get a head start at a California community college. With dual enrollment, earn college credits while you're still in high school.
Dual enrollment is such an important thing and lifesaver.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Check with your high school or community college counselor today. Save money and earn your college degree faster.
There's a lot of things in this world that will get in your way, but there's nothing that you cannot do.
Enroll now at icangotocollege.com.
Top of the 9th coming to you on the NFHS Network. And folks, I'm running out of room on my score sheet here. I only have 10 innings available. But Ava Barrios for Christian is back out for her 3rd inning of work. She came in the 7th and is now back for the 9th. The Titans send Rachel Del Busto, Julene Jenkins, and Kylie Balahadia. Barrios' first pitch, a changeup in the dirt for a ball. Del Busto, 0 for 3 today. She's reached once on an error. That next pitch not in the zone, says our home plate umpire. So 2-0 on Del Busto. Next pitch is fouled off. A hefty swing. The 2-1 from Barrios. Changeup, swung on and missed. A great front door changeup. Barrios' 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. The fastball upstairs gets her for the first out of the 9th. So that brings up Julian Jenkins, the right fielder. Jenkins coming in batting .203 in 90 plate appearances. 4 doubles on the year. Liner back up the middle, base hit. A 1-out base hit for Jenkins, her second of the day. She came into the box ready to swing. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Bala Hadia. It is going to be number 21, Mia Vasquez, re-entering the game. Vasquez came in earlier to hit. And she struck out swinging against State. That is grounded deep in the hole to short. Bobbled by Wood. And there are 2 runners on with 1 out in the 9th. It would have been a tough play for Wood anyway, and I believe they're going to mark that as a base hit. So now the batter is the center fielder, Chloe Cruz, who bunts, but bunts it foul for strike 1. Oh, 1 the count on Cruz, the center fielder, with a single today to left field, her first time up. Since then, a strikeout and a ground out to third. She shows bunt again, but pulls back and it's low. 1-1. The corners are crashing here for Christian. They're both playing in. The middle infielders going to first and third, respectively. And the center fielder, Schaburn, going to second. That pitch is also outside. 2-1. A big time at bat here for Cruz. The senior center fielder. Batting .200 on the year. She bunts it foul. 2-2. The bunt play is most likely off. Cruz with only 6 RBIs on the year. Two delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second K of the 9th and second out of the 9th for Ava Barrios. The lineup now flips over, and it's Desiree Gomez batting for her 5th time today. She's already 2 for 4. The first pitch, a changeup, a nice one. A throw down to second, a back pick from Moody. Christic there to make the catch, but diving back in safely is Jenkins. Desiree Gomez took a strike. 0-1. Next pitch, another changeup in there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. 2 runners on, first and second. The runner on first doesn't matter. That runner on actually, no. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. The runner on first does matter. That's an insurance run. But the runner on second represents the go-ahead run. The 0-2. Gomez checked her swing, and they're going to say she held up. So 1-2 the count now. And Coach Diego Superales coming out onto the field towards Julene Jenkins with our third base umpire. Making sure, she might have been injured, although I didn't see any signs of that. The count is 1-2 on Gomez. She's 2 for 2 today. Fouled off. She just stuck her bat out and got a piece of it, and that's all you really need to do in this situation until you get a pitch you can handle. Barrios, the 1-2. Low, ball 2. Gomez scored the only run for the Titans today. The leadoff hitter is looking to give them the lead. Barrios is 2-2. Grounded to second. And Christic throws to first. And once again, the Patriots get out of a jam. Bottom of the ninth coming to you on the NFHS Network. Still tied at 1, and the Patriots looking to win it here.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
Bottom of the ninth, the Patriots are going to send the top of their lineup to the plate. Lucy Sherburne, the center fielder, Tyler Christic, the second baseman who ended the top of the ninth, and then Ashley Wood, the shortstop, are going to be the first 3 batters of the bottom of the ninth inning. And back out, look who it is, Addison Soriano for Eastlake. Looking to hold Christian to 1 run once more. She has given her team every opportunity to take the lead in this game. First pitch to Sherburne. Outside for ball 1. Sherburne is 1 for 3 today. Walked her last at bat in the 7th, a 5-pitch walk. Swung on and missed a changeup from Soriano. The third baseman, Olszewski, for Eastlake, playing even with the bag. So is the first baseman, Bryn Grayson. 1-1 delivery. Did she go? No, she did not, says our first base umpire. 2-1 the count. Soriano's 2-1. Rise ball high, 3-1. In this later part of the game, the Patriots have done a great job laying off that rise ball, which is what Coach Gentry really wanted them to do today. He said, I'm not worried about our offense. If we can lay off that rise ball and keep ourselves from popping up to the infield. Soriano's 3-1. Fouled out of play, and the count moves full. Soriano has thrown an amazing game. 1 run through 8 innings so far. The 3-2. Fouled off. Nice job by Sherburne just to get bat on ball. And one thing I've noticed here, folks, is that both teams have stayed really light. They've continued to cheer on their team no matter what. Same with the fans. And they've done a great job staying positive. 3-2 once again. That ball is crushed. Left field and foul. Oh my goodness. Sherburne got all of that softball. Laced it up perfectly, but was out in front. I mean, that ball was absolutely tattooed. Oh, my goodness. The 3-2, once again. Popped up. Gomez going out for it, and she makes the catch for the first out. So the batter will be Tyler Christick, who had a sac bunt back in the 7th to advance the runner to second base. And then the batter on deck, Ashley Wood, came up with a sac fly to advance the runner to third base. Christick looking for her first hit of the day, her 5th at-bat. Excuse me, 4th at-bat, 5th plate appearance. 1-0 the count. Soriano makes Christick swing through an off speed on the outside part of the plate. Count is even at 1. One. High 2-1. Swung on and missed. A fastball. She blew it by Christick. Count is even at 2-2. Two pitch. Fouled off, out of play. On 2-2, the pitch to Christick. Grounded to short. Gomez stays down, throws to first. Nice play for the second out of the 9th inning. And now here's the 3-hole, the shortstop, Ashley Wood. That ball was hit hard by Christick. The first batted ball for her today. That wasn't a sac bunt. Wood still 2 for 2. Soriano facing Wood for the 5th time today. First delivery is low. The next pitch to Wood is low once again, 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Fouled out of play. First base side. The 2-1. Oh, a nice take by Wood, 3-1. The batter on deck is Caitlin Moody. She has one single on the day. That was back in the third inning. Christian, this is their 5th time facing Soriano. Swing and a miss. Count moves full. Folks, I'm going to be honest. I think this is the best game going on right now in the entire state, maybe even the entire nation. 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Unbelievable faith that Coach Diego Superales for Eastlake has in her starting pitcher. It's absolutely justified. I mean, 1 run through 8 2/3 of work is absolutely outstanding. The next batter is Caitlin Moody. She flew out to center field her last time up. The first pitch to her. Outside, a curveball. 1-0. That pitch is crushed center field, but playable for Cruz. The 10th inning here in the CIF Division I Softball Finals, coming to you live on the NFHS Network.
For a championship! A double play wins it for Frazier! Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McKayton touchdown! Volusia wins it! The championship!
Back with you on the NFHS Network. The 10th inning of action between Eastlake and Christian. And out for her 4th inning of work is Ava Barrios once again. An intense pitcher's duel here between the 2 arms of Christian and the 2 arms of Eastlake. 1-0 count on Ryan Pham, the left fielder, as she takes low 2-0. Barrios is 2-0. Grounded to third. Picked by Carrizosa. Throw across the diamond. What a play! Keels Carrizosa with a nice backhand and a great strong throw to gun down the runner at first. Now the batter is Mackenzie Olszewski, the third baseman. First pitch to her is a changeup in the dirt for ball 1. I would assume that Coach Gentry is keeping Barrios in because he doesn't have anyone else he can go to. Unless I'm not giving Barrios enough credit. She has thrown the most innings on this team. Behind her is State, who started this game. And then Alyssa McCurdy, who is the designated player. That ball is skied to left field. Easy play for Villalva. And there are a quick 2 outs in the 10th inning for the Patriots. And I believe we have a pinch hitter for Bryn Grayson, the first baseman. I believe it is Giselle Garcia, the junior, stepping in, the right-hander. The first pitch she sees is a changeup that she swings through. Oh and 1 on Garcia. The next pitch, another changeup. Swung through once again. I would assume Grayson is to re-enter defensively, but we'll see what Coach Diego Superales elects to do. The 0-2 pitch. A curveball outside for ball 1. The 1-2 from Barrios. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 changeups. Gets Garcia swinging on 3 pitches. Bottom of the 10th for Christian. Still tied at 1. Bottom of the 10th, still tied at 1 between the Patriots and the Titans. I think this is the longest game I've ever watched at the high school level. I've watched a lot of softball and baseball over my broadcasting and playing career, and I don't think I've ever seen a game go 10 innings. So the Patriots will send 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Alyssa McCurdy, the first to hit from the left side. The pitch from Soriano, who's back out for her 10th inning, is strike one, swinging on a foul ball. This game started at 4 and is about to hit the 3-hour mark. Soriano's next pitch. Up and away for ball 1. Soriano on 1-1. Rise ball high, 2-1. Now the 2-1 to McCurdy. Cut on and miss. She pulled her front shoulder out, and her head went flying with it. And her chances of hitting that outside fastball kind of flew out the window. You really want to stay closed and compact when you're hitting the outside fastball and try to drive it the other way. The 2-2 from Soriano. Low, ball 3. The only pitcher Eastlake has thrown, Addison Soriano, has done an outstanding job all game, and you could argue she's only made one major mistake. As there is a 6-pitch walk right there to the 5-batter, Alyssa McCurdy. That's her second walk of the game. And the next batter is Sammy Baca, I believe. She was pinch hit for by Liliana Yafuso, but I believe she's back in the game. The first pitch grounded up the middle. Gomez to second for 1. On to first, not in time. That was Sammy Baca who grounded into a fielder's choice for the first out of the bottom of the 10th inning. So she's on at first. And now the batter is Keels Carrizosa, who is up for her 5th time. First pitch to her. Outside for a ball. Very good crowd on hand despite the late innings. Soriano's next pitch fouled off by Carrizosa. Yeah, this crowd has kind of maintained its population the duration of the game. We got kids playing on the swing set beyond left field, fans standing behind us in right field, and fans along each line. Soriano's 1-1. Rise ball high. She's done a great job locating her pitches so far, and that rise ball is most likely a tunnel for a changeup coming up right here. The 2-1. A fastball instead. Outside ball 3. The 3-1 to Carrizosa. High, ball 4. So for the first time since the 8th, Christian has runners on first and second. And a quick mound visit from the players here at Eastlake. Stepping up for her 5th time today is Reese Danzak looking for her first hit. She struck out looking her first time up, then flew out to center field, and then her next 2 times flew out to second base. With 2 runners on, Eastlake looking to put their body on the line and extend this game to an 11th inning. Christian looking to end it right here. The first pitch to Danzak on the outside corner for a strike. A 1. Rise ball swung on and missed. Danzak over eager. The sun is dipped below the windscreen behind the outfield fence, for us at least. Bunt is shown. It is dropped down, a good one. Soriano only has 1 play, and both runners will advance. Second and third, 2 outs on the sacrifice bunt. With 2 strikes as well. Good job by Danzak to get that bunt down. Coach Gentry holding the head of the number 9 hitter, Presley Villalva. He has not subbed out a batter this game. Meanwhile, head coach for Eastlake, Diego Superales, is going to go out to the mound. And she's going to talk over the situation with her team. We'll take a quick break here on the NFHS Network. Come back to you after the mound visit in just 1 moment. Folks, don't go anywhere.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Back with you on the NFHS Network. Presley Villalva will face Addison Soriano for her 5th time today. She takes low, a changeup for ball 1. The last thing you want to do, as I've said multiple times all game, sorry if I'm repeating myself, folks, but Villalva has only walked once but has struck out 3 times so far in this game. You really want to get the out here and not walk him if you're Soriano. But the count is even at 1-1. Any base hit at all wins Christian the game. The 1-1. Fouled into the catcher's mitt. 1-2. The 11th inning foreshadowing this pitch right here. The 1-2 from Soriano. Fly ball, center field. Cruz can play it and makes the catch. To the 11th inning we go here at Christian High School. Still knotted up at 1 between the Patriots and Titans. System crashed out on us, and we have back our production is back on, but you didn't miss anything. Bria Yap just grounded out to second base. That was the batter that was up when we left. She came down to a full count 7 pitch at bat and grounded out to second base, as you just saw. Top of the 11th inning, still no score The batter is Rachel Del Busto, who's coming up for her 5th time today. Barrios' next pitch is outside for ball 1. Two and 0 the count on Del Busto. That next pitch fouled into the screen. 2-1. Barrios on 2-1. A changeup that misses outside. 3-1. Eastlake hasn't scored since 3 batters in that first inning. And Christian hasn't scored since that second inning. The next pitch, a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Del Busto in a 3-2 count. Swung on and missed. A high changeup that fooled Del Busto. And there's 2 outs in the 11th. The next batter will be Jillian Jenkins, the right fielder. The first pitch she sees is a ball. 1-0. That pitch is outside. 2-0 the count. Jenkins singled her last 2 at-bats. Next pitch is a line drive into center field, and a nice diving play by Lucy Sherburne in center field to end the 11th. Bottom of the 11th coming to you. We are still tied at 1 here at Christian High School. Bottom of the 11th, Christian coming back up. They will have the top of their lineup for the 6th time this game. The closest either team has got was 2nd and 3rd for Christian back in the 7th inning. Excuse me, no, just a runner on 3rd back in that 7th inning. but a fly out to center field ended it. Lucy Sherburne, who made a nice diving play to end the top of the 11th, comes to bat now for Christian, her 6th time today. Hasn't gotten a base hit since that first inning, but was on in the 7th, and she was the one left stranded at third. She takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 is a changeup in the dirt, 1-1. Sherburne steps out. Was granted time by our home plate umpire. Soriano's 1-1 is high, 2-1. I mean, Soriano has had base runners on, except for one inning in the 6th when she went 1-2-3. Every other inning, she's had to get out of a jam with runners on base. Two one. On the outside corner, 2-2. Eight walks issued by Soriano in this game. That next pitch moves the count full. 2 of those walks were issued back in the 10th, 1 in the 9th, 1 in the 8th, 1 in the 7th, and then none in the 6th. But that is to be expected when you've thrown the entire game for your team. Next pitch is grounded to Bryn Grayson with some nice reflexes over there at first base for the first out of the 11th. The next batter will be Tyler Christick. Grounded out to shortstop, a hard ground ball after a 6-pitch at bat. That first pitch from Soriano is high for a ball, rise ball, and that is expected to go up. Christick lays off, however. Soriano's 1-0. Grounded up the middle. Gomez can't make a play as I think it hit off Soriano's foot. So an infield single for Christick, her first of the day. And there's life for the Patriots here in the 11th. The next batter is Ashley Wood, the shortstop. The first pitch she sees is a ball outside, a changeup. Soriano's next pitch. Grounded the other way. That's a base hit into right field. Holding at second is Christick. Wood with her first base hit since the 5th. There is life with 1 out in the 11th. First pitch to the batter, Caitlin Moody, the catcher, coming up. This is her 6th time today. She fouls one off into the screen. The next pitch to Moody. There's a fly ball center field. Cruz is there. Christic is not going to tag, and there's 2 outs in the 11th. And now it's the left-hander, Alyssa McCurdy, who walked her last 2 times up at the plate. She was left stranded at third and then stranded at second. Excuse me, no. She was cut down at second on a fielder's choice her last time on base. The designated player, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Soriano's first pitch, rise ball high. That next pitch is low and away, ball 2. The 2-0 swung on and missed. That fastball outside has been Soriano's bread and butter against McCurdy. She has not gone inside on her once, I don't believe. The next pitch, rise ball high, 3-1. The count is on the verge of the 3rd walk-in as many plate appearances for McCurdy. Ball 4, the bases are loaded. Del Busto is going to go out and talk to Soriano, as is the rest of her infield. The batter, Sammy Baca. This is exactly the girl you want up. 354 hitter, 8 home runs this year. With 21 runs scored, 34 hits, and 27 RBIs, as that ball is fouled into the crowd and a nice catch by a fan. Oh, 0-1 on Baca. A base hit ends the game. Chloe Cruz telling her outfielders, nothing drops. That next pitch, fouled back into the screen, 0-2. Possibly the biggest pitch of the game right here. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put Baca. The junior, arguably Christian's best hitter, the 0-2. Rise ball high, 1-2. Soriano has to get an out here somehow. The 1-2 from Soriano. Ground ball to third. Olenski's going to tag her bag, and they got the out. Christian leaves, the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 12th inning now between the Eastlake Titans and the Christian Patriots.
It's our 21 awards from the American Heart Association.
And some from our best patients too.
It's the shot to boost his immunity.
It's the dinosaur stickers.
It's being voted best place to have a baby.
It's the option to have Dr. Chin or a nurse midwife by my side.
And knowing our family will be cared for, no matter who we are or who we love.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come Get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid earned that solo.
You saying I did?
Yeah,
Come on. What's wrong with you?
Well, folks, I don't know what to tell you. 12th inning of work for my crew here. My name is Ben Kurtz. I'm alongside my producer, Adrian Gutierrez, my cameraman, Caleb Todd Jones. We've been out here for what feels like an eternity. 3 hours, 22 minutes of softball. Barrios is back out in the circle for Christian. Mia Vasquez, the hitter for Eastlake. She and Balahadia have been switching out interchangeably as the designated player. Vasquez grounds one foul. 1-1, the count. First pitch ball. Next pitch to Vasquez. A changeup that went a little too high. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is low, 3-1. Vasquez with a great chance to get on base here in the top of the 12th inning. The 3-1 from Barrios. Fly ball, right field, and it is off the wall. Vasquez digging for second. She's in with a leadoff double. Vasquez almost puts one out to the opposite field. And now there are no outs with a runner on second. The batter is Chloe Cruz, the left-handed center fielder. She's going to square. That pitch is outside for a ball. Barrios hasn't had a runner on second since the 9th inning. This is her 6th inning of work. The count is 2-0. Squared, drop down. Barrios is going to throw to the second baseman covering first, Christic. And the lineup will turn over. It is Desiree Gomez, who has grounded out to second her last 2 times up. Barrios' first pitch. Changeup in the dirt. Nice block by Caitlin Moody behind the dish, who has been working and catching all 11 1/3 innings today. That next pitch is low again, 2-0. Barrios is 2-0. Change up high, 3-0. The sun is almost completely ducked behind the windbreaker beyond the center field fence. That pitch is lined into center field. A base hit. And Eastlake has taken a 2-1 lead. The first run of the game for Eastlake since the first inning. And Coach Gentry is going to walk out to the mound and talk things over with his infield and his pitcher. Who has gone 5 1/3 so far. Christian still not out of this game. The batter is the left fielder, Ryan Pham. Her last base hit was in the 8th inning, and she was cut down on a fielder's choice trying to get to second. First pitch, swung through, 0-1. The next pitch from Barrios in the dirt. Nice block by Moody to keep Gomez over there at first base. The 1-1 delivery fouled off towards the first base side. The 1-2. Fly ball, shallow left field, and making a nice running catch is Ashley Wood for the second out. Two outs now. Mackenzie Oshensky pops one up right field. Baca calls it. We go to the bottom of the 12th. Christian now trailing by 1. Eastlake looking to secure a Division I state final. We'll be back in just one moment, folks. Don't go anywhere. The action is right here on the NFHS Network.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
And Presley Villalva will go to the plate for the Patriots. And look who's back on the mound. If you're an Eastlake fan at home, I would send flowers to Addison Soriano. She has thrown the entire game, all 12 innings. I'll attempt to get a pitch count for you at home, folks, because it has got to be somewhere high in the triple digits. Keels Carrizosa. The first pitch she sees is swung through for strike one. Carrizosa, the only run for the Patriots in this game. Next pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. High and out, 2-1. I mean, Christian has had base runners in every single inning except for the 6th. And they've left every single runner stranded. 2-1. Fouled into the screen over on the first base side, 2-2. I mean, Carrizosa's home run was a solo shot that led off the second inning. And then they had to walk that same inning and left that runner stranded. I mean, you really can't do that if you want to win a lot of ball games. 2-2. Rise ball high, and the count goes full. This is Carrizosa's 6th at-bat in this game. The 6th time through the order for Christian. 3-2. Is a strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Eastlake is 2 outs away. The batter will be Reese Danzig, the third baseman. She had a sac bunt her last time up to advance a runner. The first pitch she sees is low, ball 1. That next pitch is high for ball 2. Danzak still looking for her first base hit today. Struck out once, flied out 3 times, and then that sac bunt I mentioned earlier. The 2-0. Grounded to short. What a nice play got by Gomez. The throw comes off the bag, but they got her on the tag. Great recovery by Bryn Grayson. 2 down in the inning. The number 9 hole for Christian coming up. Presley Vivalva. The first pitch to her is on the outside corner for strike 1. Soriano has been lights out all game. The next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. The Patriots are down to their last strike. Addison Soriano looking to complete her game. Fouled off. Villalva stays alive. The count remains 0-2. Eastlake won their CIF title and traveled a lot during their journey to the state playoffs. The 0-2 once again high, 1-2. Coach Diego Superales told me before the game that they had traveled 5 hours and 3 hours to Westlake and up to Santa Barbara. Soriano, 1-2, once again. Got her swinging! The Eastlake Titans are your 2025 Division I State Finals. We'll be right back here on the NFHS Network for your post-game show. I'll name my player of the game from the winning team, and we will recap the scoring for you here from Christian High School.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks. You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
The NFHS Network post-game show coming to you live here at Christian High School. The Eastlake Titans have taken down the Christian Patriots in 12 innings of play. I mean, I don't have a broadcast partner, but if I did, you know what, folks at home, I'm going to treat you as the broadcast partner. And there is Coach Diego Superales getting the water bucket dunked on her by her assistant coach. What an amazing game between both teams. The score was tied up until 1 because of well, let me start this off. The Titans scored first in the first inning after Desiree Gomez, the shortstop, singled to lead off the game, and then Mackenzie Oshensky doubled to drive her in. And then nothing happened from there. A home run from Kios Carrizosa in the second inning for Christian tied the game up at 1, and that was the deciding factor there. I mean, what an amazing game from both teams. The award ceremony going on right now between both teams, and I mean, what an amazing game. Let me get you... You know what, I'm just going to say it, folks. My player of the game, which I mentioned before, I'm going to announce it to a player on the winning team. I think it's a no-brainer for me personally. You can disagree with me at home if you want. But Addison Soriano, the pitcher for Eastlake, went all 12 and ended up throwing around 220 pitches. I mean, wrap that around your head, folks. I mean, pitchers in Major League Baseball throw maybe 70 at most in a start. It's definitely gone down. I don't think I've ever heard of a pitcher going 220 pitches in a game. But here's what I want to talk about. The reason that this game ended up 2-1, 2-1 Eastlake, Christian left 16 runners on base, and you really can't do that if you want to win a ball game. But then, nevertheless, folks, that does it for our coverage here on the NFHS Network. We will leave you with the award ceremony. I'll step away. My name is Ben Kurtz. I'm alongside my broadcast partners and cameraman Caleb Todd Jones, my producer Adrian Gutierrez. My executive producers have been Jeff Kurtz, Brian Vilvin, Finn Prendergast, and Matthew Burke. Saying so long and good night here from Christian High School.